let me look pretty.
All right, gentlemen,
You want to pull a Chris?
take one. We're recording. It's eating up the CPU. You see that? So we might need to use the server. We'll see.
Okay, 42%.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna do an intro. Slide it. Music should be playing. All right, and then back to slide. All right, we should be live now.
Are we live?
Hello,
I can hear.
Robert.
Yeah.
He's. Don't worry about what Chris said right now. Fade to Robert. Robert, you can ask Mark a question.
So Mark, tell me, when did you become a fan of F1?
It's a good
Don't look
question.
at him,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. So
I
that's
mean,
a
you'll be sitting
yeah,
across.
and then we can also
Yeah.
check our
Mm-hmm.
So that's a pretty good question, Robert. Thanks for bringing that up, actually, because I feel like I'm a seasoned Formula One fan, but you know, with regards to the history of Formula One, I'm still a rookie in Formula One. So I became a fan sometime in the late '90s, the Schumacher area. So yeah.
Very cool.
How about you, Robert?
Um, well, around the same time, I can remember I became a fan watching F1 with you and your brother Chris, which is also on the program. And I would say in the late 90s, I became a fan of F1. Nick, what about you? When did you become a fan of F1?
Hold on, Chris. Um, I'm gonna switch to our caller right now, who is joining us via Skype. Welcome, Clive Bento.
Chief Ferrari correspondent. So, Chris, do you have anything to add to the podcast today, especially regarding when you became a fan of Formula One?
Oh, wait, hold on, Chris. Oh no, he is on. Are you hearing him? Okay, I'm hearing him. So, okay, while he's talking, we're gonna test this because right now he doesn't know if we're talking. He
Okay.
doesn't see us. He's still going.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna fade out away from Chris and just.
What we've successfully just done is cut Chris out of this program without Chris knowing. And this, my friends, is what you'll be living out with us in the next few episodes as we start to iron out all the kinks in this podcast. We'll be probably cutting people off halfway through their sentences.
And we're gonna test. Caller, are you still there, Chris? Can
Can
you
you?
hear us? Chris, can you hear us? Chris is still talking, but I don't
He's
think he can hear us. Check, check, mic check. Back to the Skype caller. All right. That's because of Skype. I think Skype has chosen one mic, and that's why. Um,
at least we don't have to depend on Skype though, so
no, but
at
he's
least to
saying
get
he can
going.
only hear your microphone. That's it. He can't hear Mark or mine. But that's because Skype chose one mic to
Okay,
talk from.
okay,
So I think in Skype I have to go into the settings and output the software.
yeah, that's
All
later
right.
on, man. So let's continue, Robert. You keep throwing topics out if you want.
Yeah, I want to get a 5 minute video or whatever and
Hmm.
just see the file
Yeah.
size.
Okay.
Do you
Uh,
want to talk about something relevant or current?
How many
so,
laps did you do
what were
today
your
at
takeaways
work?
from the Bahrain Grand Prix?
Bahrain. Um, actually, it was a really what I like about the race this weekend was that we got to see from the from lights to flag, we got to see racing up and down the field. So we saw racing up in front from as soon as the lights went out. We saw about Valtteri make a move on Kimi and stuck it and was able to stick with Vettel. And then down the field, as far down as well, obviously Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. That was pretty awesome as well, seeing Max go at it because as Nick shared earlier today, Max is 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 Maldonado in hiding. So I like that.
If I had the graphic, I would put it up right now.
Yeah, yeah. But what I liked was again from lights to flag we saw racing up and down the field, and it just a test for me as a Formula One fan how exciting Formula One in itself can be, regardless of which team you support or not.
Nick, any takeaways from Bahrain?
Um, no, not for me. Not right now. I can't think of it because I'm focusing on this. This is a job. This is a job all by itself.
Yeah, but once
Is
you master it, we can not necessarily master, but what we have going for us is that we can probably edit later too,
Yeah.
because these are all recording, right? So
Yeah.
we can always jump to it
Not
later.
this. This is my screen. This is what's recording only.
Oh, okay.
That's why this is previewing what I have on deck, and then I could say switch to live.
Okay.
right.
But it's my like you're thinking who's talking, who's next.
I feel like our Skype correspondent just left.
Yeah, we
Just
have
that.
to now empty the camera.
Mark, is there like any specific
All
team
right,
that you
and he's
support,
back
or
with his pinky up.
Sorry, Robert. What was that question?
is there like a specific team that you support, or
Yeah, I like Formula One in general, and I think it gets lost on us easily that when you support a team, that doesn't mean that you don't like racing or you don't like to see any other team succeed. I like to see racing in general. However, if I had to pick a team, and I will pick a team, it would be Ferrari because, like I said earlier, I became a fan in the Schumacher era when Schumacher was the hero driver at that time. I like Schumacher's boldness. I like his coldness as a driver, the tiger instinct that's always referenced in Formula One. So those things resonate with me personally, and that's why I kind of align myself with Ferrari and Schumacher.
do you see any drivers that you can maybe do like a comparison with all those things that you described with Schumacher in
Actually,
today's Grand Prix?
pretty good question. I like that. There a lot of drivers share different characteristics with Michael Schumacher, and so you'll see the tiger instinct, for instance. You see that in Max Verstappen, right? But you don't see the finesse that you see in Sebastian Vettel, or the analytics that you see in that of Fernando Alonso. I think as a driver to have the total package, just to have the instincts, the finesse, the analytics, or or the knowledge is why I was a big fan of Michael Schumacher at that time because he had the total package.
All right, guys, I'm gonna stop because I'm afraid that Chris may not be recording. His video may be recording, but I don't think his audio.
That's fine.
No, but I want to fix it though because
No,
you
it's
know
good that this is a
even though
good
it says
test.
window capture,
Hmm.
when I go in here, I don't see anything about audio. I only see window.
Wow.
When I try to do the audio, I want to say it's default.
You can't corner me, Robert.
That question wasn't in this thing. I was like,
All
oh
right,
I